Look, man, I don't know if y'all tune into. I mean, we have so many shows on the network, because what a difference a year makes, right, fellas? Like we coming up on our anniversary. We have so many shows on the network. We have the Doghouse. We got the Joe Jordan Show, FFC. BWT, CTC. Some people want their team to have CTE, but if you see what I mean here, where I'm going, it's the second time around that this happened. I said it on a Sunday preview show. That's another show for the network. I said Joe got on there, was talking about second time, and it just showed up that way, man. We got to talk about it. The Commanders and Eagles, right? They played 2 games. Let me tell you something. This is funny. It's like Groundhog's Day because the first game was 34-31. So you like, man, ain't no way the Commanders putting up all these points. But then you look at it on Sunday, you like, I seen what the Eagles defense can do. Commanders 43 times getting sacked, no points. But can they O-line hold up? Then they lose again, 38-31. Victorious sweep for the Eagles. They've been turned up all day in the chats. Pay your money, become a member so you can join one of these chats so you can understand what dog piling really means. I see you had your mask on. It is Halloween. Good thing you ain't had no dog mask on because you know what they do up there in Philly. But for my Commanders, man, Joe. No, for your Commanders. Woo, somebody gonna clip me up.
Wow.
Hey, I got some family in the Army. Salute you. I salute you. Joe, tell us how you feeling, man.
All right. First, respond to this comment right here. No Redskin jersey. Commanders. Asterisk Commanders. Only after the dub. We only wear jersey after the win. So I had to give my man Fox some love. But look, so let me start by doing this. Kevo. There you go.
You ripped up a page out of the book.
Page of the book is ripped, bro. No way he win the division.
Emotional, damn it.
All right, that's out the picture. All right, so there you go. All right, so look, now the game, good game, very entertaining, back and forth. It's like the first time we came around and played them. All right, so now is the season over? No, it's not over. I mean, wild cards are still available. There are 3 wild cards. We know how they extended it a few years ago in the 7 seed playoff. So yeah, it's still in the ring. We still want to make the playoffs. Now the division winning. Now most people didn't have us win the division. Obviously, I did. You might call it foolishness, but if you told me this, if you told me the Commanders will be out the loop of winning the division because their defense let them down at the offense, you might be like, nah, Joe, it's gonna be the offense, bro. Y'all defense is gonna be good, but the offense ain't gonna show up. That's what's upsetting about this whole situation is that the defense hasn't been good all year. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. I mean, AJ Brown 2 games killed the secondary. The front floor they got pressure. Jalen Hurts extended plays. AJ Brown killed us in the secondary. One guy I've been praising about all offseason, Benjamin St. Juice, killed by AJ Brown. We kept saying Emmanuel Ford's getting scorched. Okay, we're gonna throw St. Juice on there. Killed by AJ Brown. So I gotta get the Eagles their props, all right? But leaving that game, I was upset about the reason. I was upset about the refs, obviously, but I can't get upset because the Eagles are the big dog. They're gonna get the whistle at the end of the day. I mean, I remember I was getting upset about the Kings last year, about the Kings being an up-and-coming team last year, and they're not gonna get the whistle. I remember I saw the graphic where the Kings were they get the second least amount of calls of anybody in the NBA, right? Even though they were the number 1 offense, all this stuff, no respect. So the Eagles don't get the benefit of the doubt. I know people complaining about the Chiefs getting calls in the chat, all that stuff. The Eagles don't get some calls too. They vote Super Bowl, runner-ups. Because I thought that was ridiculous. All right, I just got to bring it up that Devontae Smith, once again, he got a history of this, refs. All right, didn't catch it on the 4th down play, and then Jahan Dawson actually catches it, and they call it an incomplete pass. So, but that's not why we lost. The reason why we lost, I should have grabbed it. It was sad to say, My man Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry, man. Even though Jahan Dotson caught the ball, the drive before that, Terry McLaurin dropped 2 crucial passes. One on third down, hit him right in his arms, felt it, drop. Then I'm like, you know what? He's going to make it up. Fourth down, you're taught as a young QB, go to your safety net. Terry McLaurin is our safety net. He finds Terry McLaurin open, throws it again. Terry McLaurin, I call it, he got a guy for it.
We'll get him next time.
Hits his arms, drop again. So Terry McLaurin disappointed me in those moments. I'm pretty sure he's disappointed because he's our leader. He's our heart and soul. He's the guy that normally bails us out on these situations. So he didn't show up in those moments right there. When AJ Brown showed up every time Jalen Hurts asked him to. On the key third down, Jalen Hurts rolls out to the right and hits AJ Brown for a key first down. He hits AJ Brown with a one-handed catch. Terry McLaurin did score. He did have a good game. So did Jahan Dotson. But those were the 2 key plays right there that killed us. And obviously, the offensive line did a great job all game. And Andrew Wiley gets beat on a critical 4th down. Sam Howell didn't even have a chance right there. So shout out to Hassan Reddick for that. So I'm not going to blame nobody. I'm not going to blame no refs. I'm not going to blame no. The Commanders, at the end of the day, still had a chance to win that game. But there's something bright about that game. Sam Howell looked great, man. Now, he did throw that pivotal interception. He did. That was a bad pass, all right? But Sam Howell, 39 for 52, 397 yards, 4 TDs, 114 QB rating against the defense that shut down the Dolphins. So, he looked good. But last thing I want to say is this, y'all. Jalen Hurts, I'm going to give you props, all right? You're on track. I'm not going to give you nothing now because we're only halfway through the season, but you came out last year, you won All-Pro. You led your team to the Super Bowl. You balled out in the Super Bowl. And the question mark last year was, can he lead his team, which he did. The question mark this year is, can he do more with his arm, and can he do it 2 times in a row? And so far, y'all, he's showing us that he can do it with his arm. This is the second time we played Jalen Hurts this year, and they beat us because of Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, obviously, right? But Jalen Hurts made plays with his arm. The tush push hasn't really been a factor against us. Let me just say that. Out of all teams they played, we do a good job on the tush push. But they actually been driving the ball, all right? Driving the ball by his arm, using his arm. Swift ain't doing jack against us. You know, Swift is a front runner, bro. He waiting until they about to win the game to start celebrating. Oh, yelling to the fan. Like, bro, you been quiet all day. Where were you? I didn't know you was quiet, bro.
Get out of here.
But Jalen Hurts gets my respect, but people call me a hater. I was the same way with Joe Burrow after that Super Bowl run. I was like, you got to show me again. And he showed me in the playoffs against another top-tier quarterback, and I gave him his flowers. Jalen Hurts, I'm giving you flowers now, but I'm still got to see the rest of the season go because we only have – I remember halfway through the season day, you remember, I was making 2 of the MVP, and what happened? He ran to the 49ers and went down here from there. So I just got to see Jalen Hurts consistently do that, but I want to give him his flowers. AJ is a dog. He's been killing, man. He's on this run right now. So Eagles, great job, good job. But Commanders, man, you got to get rid of Ron Rivera and move on with Eric Bieniemy for the rest of the season. We have to. All right? So that's all I got for y'all right now.
You sure? Thought you had one more thing.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, you know I gave you everything I had.
Ooh, take it away, Dave. That's like that first half.
Joe talked about the game. That's more than enough what needs to be said about what happened yesterday. I unfortunately was unable to watch the game, so I'm going to just go from what Joe said. I'm just going to talk about the aspect of what happens now for the Commanders. And that was the first thing that was on my mind. So as I reported earlier, when the show started, that the Commanders are not going to trade Cam Curl, who was a 2027 round pick,
who had got it on rock yesterday. My bad. Go ahead.
He played great. He's been playing great all season. He played great last year as well, coming up as one of the best safeties in the league, definitely in the NFC for sure. He's going to get an extension. But his name is not necessarily one of the names that's been rumored to be getting traded. We have Montez Sweat and Chase Young that has been rumored to be possibly on the trade block. Um,
Kobe.
my thing is, I want to know exactly what is expected to be traded for these two players. As you all know, Chase Young is a former first round pick out of Ohio State. He is one of 3 defensive linemen to be a first round pick out of that school. That's also the Bosa brothers that also came out of that school as well. We both know how both of them are. I believe Chase Young is just as good. He just needs to be healthy. So let's see what happens with these two guys. Montez Sweat as well, one of the best defensive linemen in the league, and we all know that this defensive line has been good. You know, with Montez Sweat, Chase Young, uh, uh, Allen as well, and Payne. That's 4 really good guys. Most of the teams in the NFC or in the NFL that have great defenses has a monster defensive line. If you look at the Eagles, their defensive line is, we know what their defensive line can do. The 49ers, really good defensive line. What else? Commanders, good defensive line. Cowboys have a good defensive line as well. Whether people want to believe it or not, it's actually a pretty good defensive line. Even the Ravens, really good defensive
Yeah.
line. Steelers have a good defensive line as well. So, the Browns. So these defenses pride themselves on having a really good front seven. So, and we know that in these 2 games against the Eagles, this defense has not necessarily showed up. They've allowed over 30 points both times. So that's something that needs to be fixed. If you guys have watched the very last doghouse that I had, Eric Bieniemy was in there. And what happened right after that? He responded. The offense responded to put up 31 points again against one of the top defenses in the league. Yes, it's a divisional game. I understand that, but this is still a great defense. And to be able to put up 31 points on that team is impressive to do it twice. So I'm interested in to see exactly what's going to happen. The trade deadline is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I will be at work, but I will be updating as much as I know and as much available as I am. There's the trade deadline, so I know it's going to be busy tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. If you are not a member right now and you want to get the news before it comes out on Bleacher Report or ESPN, I would say become a member now and get into the NFL chat.
Exactly. I got your back, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Don't put no Eagle in the doghouse this week. Wait till next week.
Oh, no.
Okay, Tom.
No. Because what? Hold on, no. And I'm asking you for a reason, because what you just said was that you put EB in the doghouse. They came out next week and they balled out. Jalen Hurts was also in the doghouse before they played the Dolphins.
I know. Just tune in Wednesday. Tune in Wednesday. That's all I can say. Tune in Wednesday.
Look, man, I don't want to play it again. I'm gonna just say all I ask that you don't do it this week. All right, 2 weeks back to back. We're not about to have that. But for me, it was more so. I like where you went with that, Dave, because it is like, what's next for the Commanders? Because we always come on here. We had the segment last week where we was like, is it time for Riverboat to go? And this was the game. Everyone said it was like, if he come out here and he loses this game, it's time for you to make some changes in that front office. And yeah, EB showed up. Like Sam Howell, what? How many times did he get sacked yesterday?
Once.
How many interceptions did he throw? One. Look at the games that he's played. He's been sacked about average maybe 5 or 6 sacks a game.
Yesterday broke the streak of 8 straight games of at least 3 or 4 sacks.
Look at that. And he threw for almost 400 yards on a secondary who went and got another 2-time all-pro safety. So look at that. I mean, and look at the weapons compared to what they have. Like Big Play Slade was out there. You had Bradbury out there. Blankenship, he got the 1 interception. I think that was kind of like the game sealing one, but he got one. There were also plays to be made on the offensive side as well. One thing I will say about the Eagles in this game is they know they can't sleep on the Commanders no more. This is 4 games in a row where it was like, all right, we have to fight tooth and nail to come out here and beat this team. Like this. Now, when y'all played them the first year, the first game, yeah, they got
smoked like 20 times.
Nah, y'all right. They just
like 9 times. I thought it was 50 cents.
Y'all did y'all thing. But 3 games in a row with it. It's like, all right, let's wake up and it's time to play. And I really think it was because of that first game that y'all played that now it's more serious. Like y'all took the Eagles as like, nah, it's not the Cowboys that we waiting for. We want to beat the Eagles too. We want to beat both of y'all. Since y'all think y'all the talk of the NFC East, we want to beat both of y'all. And granted, you got both of us last year, but that's neither here nor there. So for me, I want to see how tomorrow works out for the Commanders. Hopefully Chase Young is still here because he definitely came back off of that ACL and he is making plays.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But
yeah, I think Sweat is gone, but I think Chase stayed though.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. It depends on where you go though. That's
Now we ain't gonna be dumb. All right. You gonna send them somewhere? Hey, deal with us.
Hey, look, man.
It's new ownership. You never know.
They ain't got no ties. They ain't got no ties.
Anybody on ties being smart. Come on, Magic. You know, you don't trade nobody to this. You don't trade nobody in the same division, Magic. You play in the NBA.
But you know, the owner is, you know, the Philly owner. So
nah, bro.
You know what? I don't think they're gonna do that. I'm glad you said that. I don't think they're gonna do that because Howie ain't got no connections with that front office.
Oh no, blackmail. That's what it's about, Conway.
Yeah, because Magic gonna tell you I ain't gonna be there. He might pull River with one of those. He's like, River, what you doing on Tuesday? It don't matter what he doing. He ain't gonna be here. But
thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.